Alfonso asks a question. He says this: if my fitness goals were to get stronger at pull-ups, bigger pecs, shoulders, and a decent cardiovascular conditioning, ... I think that's called an ellipse. What would be a better approach? A bunch of circuits consisting of 3 to 5 pull-ups, 8 to 10 dips, and 20 plus swings, or to separate those exercises into separate workouts? Well, whenever you want a combination, and the nice thing is you only have 3 things you're doing, I would say the circuit training style. I'm sure that if you went into the gym and you just said, I'm going to do a bunch of pull-ups, then I'm going to do a bunch of dips, and then I'm going to do a bunch of swings, it would be a good workout. But I think it would miss your cardiovascular conditioning. So I was spitballing the numbers a little bit for you. So I don't know how many pull-ups you can do, but you gave me this range. But at first, I would emphasize this. In this circuit we're going to give you, I would say do 3 pull-ups. So we're going to do lower end on everything. I want you to then hop over if you can, or in my gym, you just switch sides to the dip, and you do 8, even though less would be fine too, 5 dips. So we're going to say 3 pull-ups, 5 dips, and let's just stick with 20 swings. So 3 pull-ups, 5 dips, 20 swings. You know, if you do 10 rounds of that, that's 30 pull-ups. That's 50 dips, and that's 200 swings. That's a pretty good workout. What I would suggest is this, is have a watch or a wall clock with a sweeping second hand. For those who don't know what a watch is, this is a watch. You put it on your wrist like this. Don't use it when you do kettlebell snatches. And the idea is this: if you finish that set at 12, rest 30 seconds before you repeat it, so when it hits 6. If you finish at 1, you start at the 7. So I would suggest a tight 30-second rest in between each one of those. I know you're going to want to go faster, but I think what's going to happen then, I'd rather you do 20 rounds of the 3 exercises back to back to back with the 3 pull-ups, the 5 dips, and the 20 swings. And that's going to be hard. That's going to be a hard workout. I'd rather you do more rounds than more individual reps, because you're chasing the cardiovascular. The other thing you're also doing, without even thinking about it, you're also greasing the groove. So if you do 20 rounds of dips, now 5, that's 100 dips with probably the last 12 sets at some level of fatigue, just from because it used to be called metabolic conditioning, and that phrase got stolen by the high intensity and the CrossFitters. But the idea of metabolic conditioning originally meant that you were fairly fresh. This muscle group was fairly fresh, but the entire system is so tired you can't get a high number of reps. I like this. I like this a lot. One other thing I'm going to tell you about, though, it's a pretty simple idea, but I would have some kind of measuring device for your total sets. You're looking at 2 things at once. You'll be looking at a clock, the second hand, but you're also going to be counting sets. So the method I usually use is I just use these index cards, and you can do it something as simple as this: is you get a stack of them, right? 1, 2. What I also do, because I don't have, they're in the gym right now, but when I'm doing Dave Turner's 8 sets of 2, it says right here snatch, and then I write snatch, and I write 8 times 2, and then down in the corner here I write 1. Then on the back I put a little quote. I have quotes from Tommy Kono, Arnold, some others too. People that But the idea is this: I flip the card, I read the quote, and I will remember if I have or had not read the quote. So if I do get compromised and I forget where I'm at, I come right back here and I know usually exactly what set I'm on. It's not a huge thing. So equipment needs you're going to have is a pull-up station. The one I have also has dips and a single kettlebell, and then some pieces of paper and a clock. And I think, Alfonso, if you take this serious, this is going to be a really good training program. I would take all of it seriously. I would take time, making the cards, the little index cards, or however you figure out how you want to do it. Make them nice. Make it something that inspires you. Get your get your brain excited. And I think you'll find this to be a pretty good little workout. Thank you. It's good.